Folks, the markets were all over the place today. What else is new, right? We had the Russell up 0.8%, so pretty good day for the small caps, but big tech did not do so well today, which we'll break down more later in this video. The NASDAQ went down 0.7% as the S&P broke even, and we had the Dow Jones up 0.3% as the VIX went up 0.7%, and we had gold and silver. I think they went up, but now it's showing that they're pretty much at break even, but gold and silver did do very well today, so we're going to break down the markets, the charts in this video, and of course we're going to go over some stocks. So if you all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, link down below. We'll talk more about that later, and now let's dive into the video. And I clearly need a little bit of water, guys. Let me actually get a sip of water, then we'll dive into the video. By the way, how did you guys do today? Let me know down below in the comments. So yeah, again, markets were all over the place today. We had the Russell up, the NASDAQ down, the S&P broke even. So let's get into it. So what we're noticing right here on SPY, guys, is right off the bat, which we called out a couple of weeks ago, we have this inverse head and shoulders that at this point pretty much played out, right? We have the left shoulder right here, the head's right here, then we have the right shoulder right here. Then we also have, as of the last couple of days, we have a cup and handle. Do you guys see this cup and handle? We have the cup clear as day right here. Now the handle is starting to form, and my alert is set at $412 a share here on SPY because that was the high from a couple of days ago. About a week ago, if I pull up the 10-day chart, you guys will see it. It was roughly $412.75. Yeah, right exactly at $412.75 from a week ago. If that does end up breaking, we break out of that point, we can see a full-on breakout on SPY from that point, maybe back towards the highs from February being about 416.17. Then if that level were to break, which I might as well set another alert, maybe at 417.50, if we clear that level, guys, there's going to be even more upside on SPY. So let me do that now. 417.50 mark is at or above. So yeah, inverse head and shoulders pretty much played out. We have that cup and handle. If we want to see that full breakout, we have to break 412, 413. Then we will get that breakout, in my opinion, at least towards that $418 level. And pulling up triple Q, let me show you guys what's going on here. Triple Q, well, we don't have really a cup and handle here. We did a couple of weeks ago, really about a week or two ago. That played out. And now it looks like it's fighting between, if I pull the 5-day up, you guys will be able to see it. We're fighting between 314 as support, and we're also holding 316-ish right now, which was resistance back on the 5th and the pre-market of the 6th, which I did talk about. I think that was earlier today. So at this point, we're holding on by a thread above 416, or 316 rather. If that does break, which I believe it kind of looks like it wants to do, we might fill the gap down to 313, 314, which you guys can see again. That was support on the 5th, on the 6th, and yesterday on the 10th of April. So we're really just in this window, this range between 314 and about 318.19. That's where we're trading right now, and we just really have to wait for direction. So I have multiple alerts here, one at 319, one at 322, and I have one at 310. Might as well set another one at 312. Mark is at or below $312, and we'll see where it goes from that point. And the stupid Apple Watch keeps, I got to get Siri off my Apple Watch, guys, because it randomly starts listening to me. Now it's doing it again. Oh my God, then it starts repeating things. Oh my God, it's a nightmare. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. This thing is annoying. It gets on my nerves sometimes, guys. So let me do this alert. Mark is at or below 312. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Again, markets were all over the place today, and we're at pretty critical points on triple Q and on SPY. Like, it seems like we always are at critical levels, right? And yeah, today's nothing different, right? We're at a critical point on these two ETFs, and we talked about the Russell earlier, which we don't have to get into again in this video. And look at the Dow, guys. The Dow, we also have an inverse head and shoulders on it right now. You guys see that? We have the left shoulder here, the head, the right shoulder starting to play out, and this could maybe get to about 34.3. It could have another 700 points in it, in my personal opinion. That would get it to a multi-month resistance being about 34.3, which you guys can see we failed at that point time and time again over the past couple of months. Once right here, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. That's where we're probably going to go, probably around 34.3 by the looks of it, especially now that we're moving above the moving averages. We're at a multi-week high. Dow Jones, it could have some more upside in it. And let me see, I think the Dow's honestly not too far off all-time highs. It really isn't, guys. The Dow Jones right now, believe it or not, is off the, it's about 3,000 points off the highs, 3,300, which is really nothing. That's about 8-9%. So believe it or not, guys, the Dow Jones, which was once in correction territory, it was down 10% off the all-time highs. It is no longer in correction territory, guys. It is no longer in correction territory. And we do have, look at this, an inverse head and shoulders. If I clear the drawing set, I'll show you guys this. Then we'll move on. We have the inverse head and shoulders clear as day here on the Dow. If you look at it on the 3-year chart, do you guys see that? We have the left shoulder of the head, the right shoulder's right here. Boom. That's what we're dealing with right now. Let's see if we start. If we take 34.3 out, guys, which again on the 4-hour chart, that's a prominent level. That's going to be, and really it's 34.3 to about 34.5. If that level breaks, that's going to be really the last stand between us and maybe going back towards all-time highs, 34.5. Then the 36,000s, they could be right around the corner on the Dow. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you haven't gotten up to 15 stocks yet for Moomoo, it is free money, guys. Use that link down below. Once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock. If you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks, totaling 5 stocks. And listen to this, if you deposit at least $1,000, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. And there's also, I think, a paper trading competition going on right now, which means if you win that paper trading competition, you get another $1,500 and 1 month free of what's it called, Benzinga Pro. So yeah, there's a bunch of perks down there. If you use that link again, you get a bunch of free stocks, and it also helps out the channel. I appreciate you all as always. And now let's talk about some stocks, some movers here. So of course, you guys know Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, those did pretty well today. We talked about those earlier today. And we had Coinbase do very well, up 6% on the day, which we also talked about earlier today. Let's pull up Tesla. We'll start there. Then we'll get into some big tech names. It looks like Tesla right now, guys, is still chopping around the mid-180s. It went up about, what, $2 today? Nothing much, up 1.2%. And if we pull this chart up and zoom in a little bit, we still have clear lower highs being made. You guys can see that on Tesla, one right here, right here, right here. You guys see all of those. And at the same time, we are making higher lows based on this recent pullback where we got from where we went from 208 to about 175. That was a drop of around 15-16%. Based on that pullback, guys, and the bounce, it looks like, to me at least, call me crazy, we are holding a higher low officially, right? Look at this. Let me get the oval tool out to show you guys what I'm talking about, right? We have that low, boom, this low right there. Then we have another one right here. You guys see that. So that's a good sign for the bulls. I'm not going to lie. That's a great sign for the bulls. But we're still under the 180 on the 50 SMAs here on the 4-hour chart, and obviously still stuck in this wedge. And if I pull up the 5-day on Tesla, here goes this stupid watch again, guys. Oh my God. Look at this. On the 5-day chart, we have a little mini inverse head and shoulders. You guys see this on Tesla? This looks pretty bullish, actually. You guys see this? Left shoulder head. Today we have that right shoulder. Now we just have to wait for that pop, which who knows when we'll get it, if we'll get it, I don't know. But that's what I'm watching out for here on Tesla. Let's see what else ended up doing well today, or let's just run through these big tech names. So Microsoft, last I checked, was right at a big resistance, and we got rejected at it. Yep, there we go. Again, the NASDAQ, you guys probably saw, went down 0.7% today, and Microsoft probably had a little bit to do with that. Microsoft stock went down 2.3%, not a good day at all, and we have a clear, we now see a clear rejection at 295, which you guys know, I've talked about that level time and time again here on the channel. That was the high from the middle of August. You guys can see that here from this point right here, middle of August, 295. So we hit that level. I think it was yesterday, or was it pre-market today? Actually, no, it was 2 days ago, 2 trading days ago. We hit 292. Yesterday we dumped off. Oh, this is even worse for the bulls, right? Look, yesterday we dumped off. Boom. We saw a bit of a relief rally towards the end of the day. We got nailed at a lower high, lower high, excuse me, guys. Again, I need some water, but we'll get through this point. We got nailed at a lower high, then we dumped again today. Look at that. We took the lows out from yesterday. We saw a little run into close. Then we dumped, well, we saw a little run midday. Then we dumped into the close. This is not looking good at all on the 5-day for Microsoft. We're under the moving averages, and we have a death cross. Not good at all. But on the 4-hour chart, guys, I'm not going to lie, even though we got rejected at 295, we're still technically holding an uptrend here, although we did fall under the highs, or rather the lows, from a couple of days ago being 281, and we did, well, we're actually right at 281. What I meant to say is we fell under the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. Now, if we break 281, if we take that level out, guys, it's going to get ugly. Let me set my alert at 280. Mark is at or below 280. If that point breaks, I'm telling you guys, we might be selling off towards the 270 level, right by that 180 SMA. And honestly, that would be good for the stock. I think it got way too ahead of itself. It got way too hot. The money was made, and, at least the short-term money, right? Now it just needs to cool off, and that's where it could be going. So let me get a little sip of water. Cheers to that, guys. By the way, if you're finding value in this video, if you like the channel here, if you like what I do, support what I do, hit that like button. It really helps me out in the algorithm, and make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 27,000. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button for some reason, I don't know what you're doing. Hit that subscribe button. Cheers again, guys. I appreciate you all. So yeah, let's see. The next one that I want to talk about is Apple, which we also started to pull back on the other day. Today, we also went down another 0.75%, which you guys can see on the 5-day. We're clearly taking lows out, lower lows, lower highs, all that good stuff, right? We're under the moving averages. We have a death cross, and here goes Ibiza. My dog, guys, she's sitting right next to me. Hold up. What's up, buddy? She's giving me those puppy dog eyes right now. I think she wants to go out, guys. She wants to go out. I'll take her out after the video. It's all good. Apple, again, it's starting to pull back, which we did talk about a little bit, I think, 2 days ago. It's currently down about 4% from the recent highs. And if I pull up the 4-hour chart, it, believe it or not, is still holding an uptrend, right? Clear as day. We're still above the 180 SMA. Even though we took out the 50 SMA, we're still holding a higher low. And by the looks of it, guys, this is, at a point where it could come down even more. And to be honest, it kind of needs to, right? It kind of needs to, considering, just like Microsoft, this got a little bit too ahead of itself. So I wouldn't be surprised if Apple came down maybe to 155, maybe to 157, right by the 180 SMA. I think that could be in the cards. So let's see what else big tech-wise ended up moving today. Meta, let's see what this did. Meta's kind of boring. It's right around 213. It went down actually 0.4% today. Amazon, let's pull up Amazon, 2.2% red day. Ooh, that's not that great. Back under $100 a share on Amazon. And mighty old Google, guys, is holding strong right now at about 106. It's right around the highs here from earlier, about a couple weeks ago, from the end of March, actually. I was going to say earlier April. It was actually end of March. So we're holding 106. Let's see what this does. It went down 0.75% today. Not the best day overall for Google. And again, big tech just did not do well today. Let's see. Tencent pulled back, the most red stock on the watch list. Look at this, guys. We have an inverse head and shoulders forming on Tencent. And let me actually clear the drawing set. What we have right here is, you guys probably see it, the left shoulder, boom, head, boom. You guys see that? And right now we're fighting to maybe, form that right shoulder, with the neckline being at around, it's kind of lopsided, but you guys get the point, right? You get my drift. Neckline being at about 42 to 43 bucks. So I'm watching Tencent TCEHY to see if we end up maybe bouncing off those moving averages. That'd be ideal here on this particular stock. Let's see here what else ended up moving. It looks like FCNCA is maybe starting to pull back a little bit. Not really. This is First Citizens bank shares, guys. This is the company, the bank that bought a lot of what's it called? I was going to say Smith & Wesson. Silicon Valley Bank's, deposits, right? I think they got them at a 20% discount. I forget exactly what the number was, but they shot up like crazy. The stock essentially doubled in about a week or two, and I think there's going to be a pullback. Maybe this is the start of it. We'll see. It went down 1% today. Maybe it comes down a little bit more. So let's see what else ended up moving, guys, before I do wrap up this video. Crowdstrike. We haven't talked about that, I feel like, in a while. Let me pull this up. Oh, this is actually good. Look at that. Crowdstrike, let me extend this to the right. We're noticing it's still holding this channel, and right now we had a green day, 1.4%. We're clearly holding the bottom of that channel. We're actually starting to bounce off it, with the 50 SMA really being the only resistance between us and making a move towards the top of that channel. So let me actually set my alert at 132, mark as that we're above. If that breaks, boom, we could be making a shot towards, let's say, maybe 138, 140, maybe even higher than that. So watch out for Crowdstrike. Keep your eyes on those big tech names. And I guess that's it. We're going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to get up to 15 free stocks for Moomoo, guys. It's literally that. Free stocks. All you have to do is open up an account. You get one stock. If you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks, totaling 5 stocks. And if you deposit at least $1,000, listen to this, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. And if you don't like Moomoo, it's not like your money is trapped in Moomoo. You can simply withdraw all your deposits and you keep the free stocks. It's literally that simple. And of course, it also helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video, which I made a bunch earlier today. Go check them out if you guys want. And with that being said, I'll see you later.